Hello everyone. So today we are going to study about Microsoft Fabric. So Microsoft Fabric is a software as a service solution provided by Microsoft. It is a analytics solution where they have provided all the tools within one single place, right? So we're going to study this from the Microsoft Learn itself. So the documentation which is provided by Microsoft. So we will be leveraging that only to enhance our knowledge on Microsoft Fabric analytics, right? So to do this, let's do one thing. Let's go open Google, right? And in Google just type Microsoft Fabrics DP600 and you can access this particular page, Microsoft Certified Fabrics Analytics Engineer Associate. So when we go here we can see the page of uh, you know this the certification Microsoft Fabric Analytics Engineering Associates DP600. So in this page they have given us how to prepare for this exam and then the practice for the exam as well, and then we can take an exam, right? So what we are going to do is we will focus on this prepare for the exam as of now, and in this prepare for the exam section we will be covering all the modules whatever is necessary uh, for you guys to be a fabric analytics engineer, as well as it will also help you to prepare for the exam. So in this module there are practice sessions as well, so there are um, there are practice labs which are provided and it is totally free of cost. You can use it and you can practice as long as far as you want, right? And all the practice data sets are also provided there, so you don't have to worry about anything. Everything will be there and I'm going to guide you and step by step, right? So let's do one thing. We can go to prepare for the exam, right? So here you can see that in this course these are the sections that we are going to cover. The first section is get started with Microsoft Fabric. Then there will be implement a lake house with Microsoft Fabric. So we are going to implement a lake house as well, right? Ingest data with Microsoft Fabric, implement a data warehouse with Microsoft Fabric, and work with semantic models in Microsoft Fabric. So all these sections will have different modules and that we are going to cover in this video, right? So the first of all, we are going to open this get started with Microsoft Fabric. So if we go to this page, we will see these are the modules here, right? So introduction to end-to-end analytics. So this is the first module, right? Just a moment, let me go back here. So get started with Microsoft Fabric. So if I go to get started with Microsoft Fabric, I see this is one of the module here, introduction to end-to-end analytics. And then similarly we have several other modules in this section, right? So let's start with introduction to end-to-end analytics. So if we start it here from here, one thing I would also like to tell you is if you are not logged in into your Microsoft um, account, if you are not logged in here, I would suggest you to log in so that when you go through this learning section, right, it will also add up some points into your account. So I think it will be beneficial for you if you log in into your Microsoft account. If it is not, if you don't have your Microsoft account yet, maybe you can sign up and then you can create it, right? So I have my account, but and I have also completed this course, but yeah, I would suggest you to sign in and then you can log in into it, and then you should start. So I have also logged into my account now. So let's start, right? in the from the introduction. So in introduction, they are telling that okay, Microsoft Fabric is an end-to-end analytics platform that provides a single integrated environment for data professionals and business to collaborate on data projects, right? So in Microsoft Fabric, generally what do we have? We have data engineering part. In data engineering, what a data engineer does, it it takes the data from the source. Okay, there can be multiple sources. The source can be a website, several applications, or it can be some databases, right? Some transactional databases. So all these are the sources. So what is the task of a data engineer is to collect all the data from all these different places and put this data into a data warehouse or in any database from where any analyst can create the reports or can use it for any purpose, right? So Microsoft Fabric is a is an end-to-end analytics platform which provide all these tasks, these services basically. So data engineering, data integration, data warehousing, real-time analytics, data science, and business intelligence, right? So data engineering will uh, in data engineering we will be taking all the data from different sources, right? And then we will put it in a one common place. In data integration, we are going to connect to different data sources, right? And then we will get the data. In data warehousing, after uh, after ingesting the data from different sources and uh, then giving a certain structure to it, we do keep we place it in one database from where we keep historical data basically. So we are going to collect the data from different sources. We transform it as per our requirement, and after transforming it, we store it at one particular database, right? And we keep on storing it. We store the data of several years, thereby we can do the analysis on this data, on this historical data. So we call it data warehousing. Similarly, when we have the data, we are going to do the real-time analytics, right? And then there is a service called data science. So the data science scientist, they are going to what they can do is on this data they can create their models, right? And then they can train their models and use based on this historical data, and then whenever the new data is coming in, they can make a better decision based on the upcoming data, right? So this is data science part. And then in business intelligence, what we are going to do is we are going to analyze the historical data and make meaningful insights from it, right? So so Microsoft Fabric provides tools for both citizen and professional data practitioners and integrate with tools the business needs to make decisions. So Fabric includes these following services that we have just spoken about, right? So this module introduces the Fabric platform, discusses who Fabric is for, and explore Fabric services, right? So you can complete this and you will be going to the next module. But just a moment. If I go to this end-to-end analytics, right? Okay. So we were in introduction part. So I'm sorry. I have actually already completed all the sections. So that's why it was showing to me complete module. So instead of that, I think for you, it will be coming as next. So you can click on next and you can go to the next page. So let's go to the next unit. So explore end-to-end analytics with Microsoft Fabric, right? So in this section, we have uh, we have scalable analytics can be complex, fragmented, and expensive, right? With Microsoft Fabric, you don't have to spend all your time combining various services from different vendors. Instead, you can use a single product that is easy to understand, set up, create, and manage. Fabric offers persona optimized experiences and tools in an integrated user interface. So, what does it mean? So, so up till now, what we were doing is we were using different tools, right? For data engineering, we were using some other tool, for example, Azure Data Factory from Microsoft, or we were using some other tool from some other vendor, like um, Databricks. We were using Databricks, right? So so in this way, we were using different tools from different vendors, right? For each and every task. For example, for data engineering, we were using different tools from different vendors. For data warehousing, we were using different tools from different vendors. Similarly, for other services, we were using there are so many different tools in the market, right, from different vendors. So all those tools we were using. But with Microsoft Fabric, the advantage is they are providing all the tools in one single platform, and they call it as Microsoft Fabric, right? So they are providing this as a unified software as a service solution for all the users. So with in so what it says is Fabric is a unified software as a service offering with all your data stored in a single open format in one lake. So one lake is one single uh, place where we are going to keep all the data there, right? And once we are keeping all the data there, that data will be used by data engineers, data scientists, and business intelligence analysts. Yeah. So everyone is going to use one single one single platform, which is one lake, for accessing their data and then doing their um, analytics workloads, right? So Fabric offers scalability, cost effectiveness, accessibility from anywhere with an internet connection, and continuous updates and maintenance provided by the Microsoft. So we don't have to worry about anything about scalability, and then um, any and then about the tools that what we are going to use, about their licensing and all. So everything will be there in Microsoft Fabric, right? So what is one lake? So one lake is a Fabric's lake-centric architecture that provides a single integrated environment for data professionals and business to collaborate on data projects, right? So in one lake, since we are keeping one data, right, for everyone, so even the engineers at these different layers are going to use this data, and also this data will also be used by the business users, right? Through the business, through the Power BI reports. Even the data analysts are also going to use this data from the one lake, right? So what they are saying is, right? So one copy is a key. So there will be just one copy. That means, okay. So one copy is a key component of one lake that allows you to read data from a single copy without moving or duplicating data. So they're saying that it is just like a OneDrive. So in OneDrive, what do we have? So OneDrive is nothing but a cloud-based storage system, right? Where we are keeping all our files in one place. We are creating folders and we are keeping all the files there in OneDrive, right? So similarly, they are saying that one lake combines the storage location across different regions and clouds into a single logical lake without moving or duplicating data, right? So just like we have OneDrive for storing our files, we have one lake for storing our tables, right? Uh, for storing our structured and unstructured data. So everything will be there in one lake, right? So Fabric's data warehousing, data engineering, data integration, real-time analytics, and Power BI all use OneLake as their native store without needing any extra configuration, right? So this is what is OneLake. Now OneLake is built on top of Azure Data Lake storage only. So in Microsoft, the data lake that they have is Azure Data Lake Storage Gen 2, right? So behind this one lake, they are still using Azure Data Lake Storage only. Okay, so the data can be stored in any format, including Delta, Parquet, CSV, JSON, etc. Right? So what this means is that all of the compute engines in Fabric automatically store their data in one lake. Okay, and data that is stored in one lake is then directly accessible by all of the compute engines without needing to be moved or copied. So there is no need to copy data here from here to there. The data is there in one lake. We are not supposed to do any duplication of the data and make the data silos. The data is kept there, and what we are going to do is we are we can anyone can access this data from there, right? So for tabular data, the analytical engine in Fabric will write data in Delta Parquet format, right? So this is very important point. So for whatever data that we are going to store in one lake, it will be stored in Delta Parquet format. So this is a very efficient format on which in which the data is going to be kept, right? And all the engines interact with this format seamlessly, right? So one important feature of OneLake is the ability to create shortcuts. So shortcuts is another ability in OneLake. So suppose your okay, let me complete the sentence. So one important feature of OneLake is the ability to create shortcuts, which are embedded references within OneLake that points to other files or storage location. What does it mean? So suppose your data is stored in not in one lake, but suppose you were using individual service of Azure, right? And then you have kept the data in Azure Data Lake um, storage Gen 2. Okay, so this is a storage services in Azure that you have stored the data in. Also, suppose not even Azure, you have stored your data in Google Cloud, or you have stored your data in AWS Cloud, right? So instead of copying the data from there, what we can do is we can create the shortcuts, okay, and then we can we can quickly connect to through these shortcuts to those data sources, and we can access the data, right? So shortcuts allow you to quickly source your existing cloud data without having to copy it, and enables Fabric experiences to derive data from the same source to always be in sync, right? So we are not, again, we are not with creating the shortcuts, we are not duplicating the data, but we are just accessing the actual source data, right? So here you can see that we have these workloads, we have data warehousing we are doing, right? And then the data storage is one lake storage, right? So we are doing the data warehousing, we are doing the data engineering, data integration, data science, real-time analytics, and then business intelligence. So everything is all the data is there in one lake, and it is in Delta Parquet format. Okay, yeah. So moving on to explore Fabric's experiences. So Fabric offers a set of analytics experiences that are designed to accomplish specific tasks and work together seamlessly. Fabric's experiences include Synapse data engineering with Spark platform for data transformation at scale. So these are the in Fabric in Microsoft Fabric we have Synapse data engineering. So in data engineering we are using Spark. Yeah. So don't worry about this. We will be covering the practical as well in the upcoming section. So, but just to understand, just just think that in data engineering we are using this Spark platform, which will be this Spark platform will be working on the huge amount of data, right? And this data is stored in. I mean, this it can be semi-structured data which is kept, okay, and then Spark platform will be performance wise it will be too fast, and then it can transform the data, and under data engineering we are going to you know we can copy the data from the source to one lake. So for that we are going to use Synapse data engineering, right? So similarly we have Synapse data warehousing. So data warehouse. So in data warehousing, we are going to use with okay data warehousing with industry leading SQL performance and scale to support data use. So yeah, so the in since once the data is copied into data warehouse, so it will be in tabular format, and then it can be used, you know, for reporting purposes. Similarly, we have Synapse Data Science, then Synapse Real Time Intelligence, and then we have Data Factory. So, Data Factory is a data integration tool which combines Power Query, right? Um, and um, and then Data Factory as Azure Data Factory as well. So, to move the data and transform the data, right? So, Power Query is nothing but it is a part of Power BI itself. So, it is again the transformation um, part of Power BI, right? And then we also have Azure Data Factory, which is again a data movement and transformation tool. Okay, so yeah, so we can use any of the tool for doing the data transformation. And then we have Power BI, which is a business intelligence tool for building your reports, right? So Fabric provides a comprehensive data analytics solution by unifying all these experiences on a single platform, right? So we have uh, if we talk about security and governance, so Fabric's one lake is centrally governed and open for collaboration. Data is secured and governed in one place while remaining discoverable and accessible uh, to users who should have access across your organization. Fabric administration is centralized in the admin center. In the admin center, you can manage groups and permissions and configure data sources and gateways and monitor usage and performance. You can also access the Fabric admin APIs and SDK in the admin center, which you would use to automate common tasks and integrate Fabric with other systems, right? So your Fabric tenant is natively integrated with Microsoft Purview information protection. Fabric uses Microsoft Purview information protection sensitivity levels as well to help your organization classify and protect sensitive data from ingestion to export, right? So yeah, so with this our this section second section is unit is also complete. Next is data team and Microsoft Fabric, right? And then enable and use Microsoft Fabric, right? So here we will be covering the practical part, and then yeah, I will so I think in this video maybe we can close it because it's going to be a long video otherwise. So maybe we can cover the other two section in second video. So I hope guys this session is informative, and then you might have learned something from this. Uh, Thank you for watching this video, and see you in the next video. Thank you.